Cemeteries are a sanctuary for the living, right? People think cemetery and they think death and sad, and there's just this sort of scary taboo about cemeteries. But cemeteries really are designed to be a beautiful, peaceful, and welcoming place. My name is Liza Altenberg, and I'm the Family Service and Sales Manager here at Oakview Cemetery. Oakview Cemetery was opened in 1911, so we're more than 110 years old now. And over the years, we have consistently taken care of the community and worked to lay them to rest. When it comes to laying someone to rest, it's such an emotional decision. So it really is based on what the personal preference, what the family preference is. We really encourage families to have those conversations. They're not fun. Nobody likes to talk about it. But the nice thing is, once you've talked about it and once you've made your plans, you never have to think about it again. And you know that your wishes are going to be met and that your family isn't going to have to ask those questions. The biggest question that we first ask would be traditional burial, which would be in a casket, or cremation options. For traditional burial, they can go into the ground, which is probably the most traditional way that we have to bury. But we also have above ground options. So we have what we call crypts that are in our mausoleums, and so full traditional casketed burials can be done as entombments in our mausoleum as well. Where a crypt would be for a casket, for an urn, we call those niches. Cremation has become such a huge part of what people are choosing. So in Michigan, about 5 years ago, we actually tipped over 50%. So more than 50% of people are choosing cremation in the state of Michigan. So I think as a cemetery, we need to be ready for that. We need to have those options for people. But memorialization, I think, is just as important. There's so many different things that people use to memorialize. I really love that. When people really want to do something unique, they'll ask, like, what can we do that nobody else does? Anything from releasing doves at the ceremony to having a bagpiper or a mariachi band come. When it comes to memorialization, there's really nothing that I think is out of the norm because it's such a personalized process. I'm very passionate about the idea of the cemetery offerings because it's a permanent place of rest so that 6, 7, 8 generations later, those descendants can come back and learn about you and know where you are and pay respect and pay honor and pay tribute to you. So what I would say and what I would want people to know is don't shy away from cemeteries. Come and take in the beauty and spend time here. Spend time talking to the people that you might have laid to rest here. And you also don't need to have someone laid to rest here to enjoy the beauty of a cemetery. It's a way for people to tell their story and share their legacy. That's one of my favorite parts of working with the cemetery is helping people to tell that story and figure out what's going to be there hundreds and thousands of years after they are.